Still shining. Make sure you refresh your screen. Make sure you have all your volume stuff off.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
All the Homestead homies, right?
All the Homestead homies. It's like
There's
no
Pittsburgh
other.
and North Carolina.
Oh, we got this thing killing us.
Oh, that right there a little bit. And then we'll be good. There you go. Perfect.
All right. We got that going on. We're going to scoot over this way a little bit.
There we are.
So we can center up on the phone there a little bit. Oklahoma, home of the Eclipse madness. It's madness everywhere, y'all. We are going to get right into it. We're going to talk about why this eclipse is like no other. This eclipse is like no other. All right. Let me see if I can find some for you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. There's Oscar with the Bakers in Perth, Australia.
Wow, Perth, Australia. How about that?
Solar eclipse on April 8th.
And there's Tracy from Illinois, and Barbara from Savannah, and Thomas from Wisconsin, and Patty from Texas. There's Scott from Michigan. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott from Michigan.
Did everyone have a good day today?
It was an awesome day. We didn't have any chemtrailing
no
today.
No chemtrails. Nice. The wind has been crazy.
Is that my tea over there?
Oh no, this is yours. You could have got mine.
Wow, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I just didn't get it down. I drank it. I wondered why. No. That's right. He likes honey in his. I like mine without honey.
All right, here we go. Awesome day. Right.
Mama Bird, what battery fan do you use?
All right.
I don't think he knows what kind of battery fan it is.
I use a Milwaukee battery fan.
Oh, now, yes.
You know exactly what kind it is.
That's true. Yeah,
I got the Milwaukee because I use the power tools already. So anything I can buy that can be powered with these batteries, that's what I get. And now, if you guys are paying attention, they're even coming out with adapters that you can make your Dyson that you plug in at home. You know, you could use that using your Milwaukee battery now. They have an adapter for it. I saw it on Living Your Day, your day.
Well, I saw it for real at all the Amish houses. So now,
not Dyson,
vacuums, not the vacuums, but what they're doing now, they're using the old Milwaukee batteries at a lot of the different communities and the DeWalt
batteries.
Have
different ones,
and then they can rewire stuff. So a lot of them are taking old washing machines and just putting it on the spin cycle, so that now the ladies don't have to use the ringers anymore, but they'll hook it up to the
12
volt battery,
not DeWalt batteries.
No, a lot of them were using those. Yes, they do. The ones that we use on the light we have and all that. Yeah, they are using that. How many do
they have to use?
Just one.
Really?
Yes. So now they're doing that, and then that's like their
I'm gonna have
ringer.
To investigate.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, they have so many different things now, and then the fans. Like a big oscillating fan, the big ones. They have those where they rig up a little thing, and then they can attach the battery to that also, and it does the fan. So it's crazy what those batteries now can do.
Yeah, that's the latest thing over there now.
Yeah, so they're doing a lot of neat things with batteries.
All right, we're going to get right into it. We've always been accused of not getting right into it. Today we are going to get right into it. This is like no other. Here's why. Well, here's one of the reasons why.
Comes around every 13 to 17 years. This summer, though, an unusual double dose is going to hit us.
You remember the last batch?
I do.
Here we go again. First in the south, and then here in Illinois, and crossing into our neighboring states. Dana Marie McNichol has more on the invasion that's about to get loud.
It's like an entire alien species living underneath our feet.
They're some of nature's most resilient creatures.
And then some prime number of years, they come out to say hello.
Periodical cicadas, the kind that emerge every 13 to 17 years, are expected to start showing up in just a few weeks. But this time, there could be more than we can handle. A rare double dose of the bug that can sing as loud as jet engines is about to hit the south, then move north to the Midwest, all thanks to a combination of two separate types of cicadas that haven't bred at the same time since 1803.
What?
This year, we're going to get two broods that are going to emerge at the same time. Multiply by 100, 1,000. We've got to get trillions of these amazing living organisms come out of the earth.
And it's already underway. Scientists have been observing boreholes created through the southeast, meaning the cicadas are preparing to emerge. They usually leave their underground hiding places when the ground heats up to 64 degrees. And that's happening a bit earlier this year because of climate change.
Ah!
But
Oh,
not
I'm sorry.
harmful. And experts are ready to collect a treasure trove of valuable information when the double dose ramps up.
I think we get to appreciate, this fragile planet we cohabitat with so many beautiful systems, small, but lot in number, and, so much we don't know yet.
As for how many cicadas they'll see this year, it's difficult to predict, but some experts say that number could be in the quadrillions. In Miami, Dana Marie.
In the quadrillions, y'all. Did you hear that? Now, the last time it happened, they said, was in 1803. That was right before, well, years before the last earthquakes, 1811 and 12 that we talked about in the last video. And several other earthquakes have been popping off since then. But we're going to talk about some cicadas right now. If you guys should worry about them in your garden and stuff like that, is this going to be a big deal for you guys?
Let's go through everything.
And then we're also going to talk about, by the end of the video, we're going to make some homemade dog food.
Woohoo!
And we're going to give you guys some reasons why you might want to look into making some dog food like that, and just in case the supply chain issues come up or anything like that. And then we're also, as soon as we talk about cicadas, we're going to talk about some other weird things that are going on with this eclipse. So if you're into this kind of stuff, you can stick with us. And then we're also going to talk about some new updates to the Airbnb policies, which is kind of weird. All right, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to be talking about the cicadas. We have them here in the Midwest quite often, every
They usually come out, well, no, cicadas come out pretty much almost every year. I think a lot of them
Not
do.
that much.
You don't
just
get that
a little.
many.
Yeah.
But see,
Premature hatches, I guess.
and now, you're getting a bunch. I remember right before I met him in 98.
That was a 17-year.
We had so many. You'd see them, you go to the grocery store, there would be like millions of them against the door. They were just everywhere. So they're kind of fascinating. The interesting thing about them is when they come up out of the ground, they spend 95% of their time in the ground. And
did you know they're extra super good for that? Because they aerate the ground, because they dig their little holes. And so all of these cicadas are in the ground, aerating the ground. They're actually very beneficial.
Yeah, and those little larvae that are in the ground, they're they're living off the roots of, like, nibbling on the trees, on the roots. But when they come up out of the ground, what's going to be happening, and the sounds that you hear, think of it as a wonderful symphony, because they're trying to attract their mates. And so basically when they find their mates, then what she's going to do.
You know what that place is called?
What?
That membrane?
What?
It's called the tympanic membrane.
And that means like sound.
No,
the mute
listen to
sound.
that.
Yeah. Interesting. So they make these noises to attract the girls.
75 decibels.
Yeah, they say it with all of them going, it's sort of like a jet airplane.
Yeah,
How loud it is when you get so many. And then I read, it said 1.5 million cicadas, like in a forested area, in like an acre. So that's pretty many.
No, the next time this is going to happen is not going to be in our lifetime, y'all. So this is kind of something to think about, that it's happening right when the eclipse is happening. And the next time it happens, they say will be in 2245.
And then we're going to enjoy this. So what happens is when the temperature gets 64, 65 degrees, it's sort of like sweet potatoes. When it gets warm enough, then they're going to come out. So once they find their boyfriends, okay, and then they mate, then she needs to lay eggs. So here's the cool thing that everyone's all worried about. What about my plants? There's going to be so many. You hear these stories and you hear about the, movies
locusts.
About the locusts eating my corn and all that kind of stuff. They're not going to bother any flowers. They're not going to bother any plants. They're not going to bother your garden, plants and things like that. They're not going to bother mature trees. But what the female is going to do is she's going to make a little slit in tiny twigs. So she likes the young tree seedlings or maybe young shrubs, things like that. So for you guys, this is probably not a good time. A lot of you guys that are crazy about wanting to plant now for spring, if you want to plant some new fruit trees or if you want to plant, anything new or little trees, I would highly recommend, if it was us, you guys do what you
I
want
always
to
do
do.
mine in the fall.
I would do them in the fall when this is done, because once they come out, they're here for about 6 to 8 weeks. Long enough for them to do a little slit in the, slender little saplings in the bark of those little bitty trees, not the big trees. So the big trees are okay. And then they're going to lay their eggs. So then once they hatch, those little babies are going to crawl down and they're going to go back down into the earth and hang out there another 17 or 13 years, and then they'll come back again. So it's kind of cool. So I think it's fascinating. And then the one thing that's amazing about them is look at all the food sources. So what is interesting to keep them going, which I think is cool, because of course these locusts have been around forever. What they do is there's so many of them. There's plenty of a food for your birds, your skunks, your squirrels, your raccoons, your possums, for all these animals. There's plenty of a food for these animals to gorge on. And there's going to be millions more for them to keep making more locusts. And then besides that, they're going to die. They're going to add wonderful compost to our soil. It might be a pain, maybe listening to them and all that, but think about all the benefits that we're going to get from these locusts. And it's kind of exciting, and it's cool with their little red eyes. It's so fun to go find the exoskeletons that we see on the trees. The kids love it. It should be pretty cool. You could add them to your compost pile, and it'll be good stuff. Okay?
It's fabulous, darling.
Yes.
Not really.
Let's see. Did I write it? Let's see if I wrote anything else interesting down that I might have forgot to tell you. Oh, it did say, I was reading that said, what ballerinas wear, like those little tutus, that tool, they call it the tool, the material. They say if you do have young saplings, you can wrap them in that tool and they won't mess with that. So you can maybe go to the fabric store and see if you can find some tool and then wrap your trees if you do have young trees, because if you do and you get those cicadas around, they'll probably get eaten. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is here's a cool fact I thought was really neat about the cicadas. They have what they call it. They have power spray pee. So they have to eat like,
what'd you say?
Power spray. They pee like, psst. Like, it's not like little droppings like bugs.
TMI.
No, but this is interesting. They pee like an actual mammal. You know how animals like really going to pee, like you see a sheep or a goat or a horse, how they pee. So they pee a lot because they have to eat up, the saps and all that stuff, up to like 300 times their body weight. So when they pee, unlike any other kind of bug, it just like shoots out. So I thought that was interesting. All right. Let me see. Okay, I guess that was all my info that I thought we'd talk about.
Cicada,
There's our cicada
information there. Did you guys make sure you hit that thumbs up? We need those thumbs ups. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs ups, thumbs ups. We need those thumbs ups. It helps the analytics get the
video how about some thumbs out about the
thumbs up? Yeah.
The cicada pee.
That's pretty good. Cicadas, not really going to wreck your garden or wreak havoc on you or anything, but it is just kind of weird that this is going to happen at the same time. Plus, if you guys have been digging into this CERN activity, I don't know if you guys have dug into this part of it. I was going to share this with you guys. But the CERN facility is actually built on top of the Apollo pagan cemetery, or, pagan temple grounds from back in the day. So check that out. If you look at the CERN logo, here, I'll show you guys right now. CERN logo. I'll put in old CERN logo because I want to show you guys legit. Because what happened was the old CERN logo got changed because people were getting hip to it. But check this out. Let's pull it right here. Okay, that's the new one. Where's the old one? There it is right there. Come on.
They changed the logo?
Yeah, from 1954 to 1968. So the CERN logo, if you can see it, is a 666. The circles with the arms, 6, 6, and there's the kick out there, 6, circles with the 666. So I found that kind of interesting and where they have it. And then in front of it, the statue in front of Stern, statue, so you can see that I'm not trying to play with you. Statue in front of CERN. The statue of Shiva is in front of CERN, right? Listen to this. Who is Shiva? Oh.
Variety of forms, existing peacefully with his consort Parvati and son Skanda, as the cosmic dancer Nataraja, as a naked ascetic, as a
statue, so you can see. Hold on now. What's it talking about now? Shiva means auspicious one, signifying deity's prominence. Come on here. Where's the good information? Shiva, this is where CERN is. CERN is this giant magnet that they're firing up under the earth, right? Shiva is known as the destroyer within the Trimurti. I probably butchered that. The Hindu trinity, which also includes Brahma and Vishnu. Shiva tradition. Shiva is supreme lord who creates and protects and transforms the universe. Known as the destroyer of light. We're going to have a blood moon. Did you guys check that out too? Blood moon during the eclipse 2024. How rare is the April 2024 eclipse? No thanks. Where's it at? I don't know if you guys have even heard of the blood moon. Why is the blood moon in red? It's because during the total lunar eclipse, the moon's visibility in its reddish hue are indeed fascinating consequences of Earth's atmosphere as the moon enters into the Earth's umbra. And here's a picture of like what it was going to look like, right? The blood moon. So we got that going on. Man, there's so many creepy things. List some stuff on there that you guys have been following about the eclipse that you find rather interesting. So there, we got into it the first 16 minutes.
We did. Okay, the cheese moon?
The cheese moon.
That's what it said.
Don't read silly things. Now, we're trying to be serious here. The big eclipse starts tomorrow. Then let's see. Oh, we have the Devil's Comet coming by. You can't make this stuff up. That's happening all at the same time. And again, last time I pointed out that we had the comet come by with the solar eclipse. We had some earthquakes, and then we've seen some rumbling since I did that video. The next morning, oddly enough, we woke up to a big one in New Jersey. New Jersey doesn't really get a lot of earthquakes on the East Coast. It's been some time, and they do happen pretty rare. But that was just kind of weird. And then there's been several others. There was one in Tennessee, a couple in California, some in Alaska. So we got that going on. Oh, the NASA is shooting the rockets into the solar eclipse, y'all, and it's called APEP. And if you look up APEP, who is APEP?
According to study.com, Apep, also known as Apophis in Greek, was the Egyptian god of chaos. Apep was the polar opposite of the godly personification of order, Ma'at, and the chief enemy of the king of the gods, the sun god Ra. He took the form of a great snake.
So, you guys, do you believe in your Bibles, really? Because I'm just here to tell you, this is all in your face. There is no coincidence here. Nothing new under the sun. They love this stuff. I look for lots of stuff to pop off. And just the general, weirdness from people that comes out of events like this, right? Lots of police warnings now coming out. Police are coming out saying don't be in large crowds, right? Did you hear that? No large crowds.
I don't plan on doing that.
Well, did you hear that? Do I got to play the stories? There's a lot of people hear that yet. They're saying that the FBI and the CIA all have credible sources that they're going to attack some large crowds, yada, yada. I tried to tell that to you guys in a video earlier as well. So none of this is about fear, but the Bible says also that my people perish from a lack of knowledge. So that's basically because if you're just going along with your business and you're not prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, right, you're going to get jumped, thumped, and dumped, and it's, going to be too late. So that's why you don't want to perish from a lack of knowledge. You want to know this stuff's going on so you can be, a little bit ready. It's good to be ready.
Now, I don't know, William, if you heard, we got to that part. He says, will it kill or harm the new fruit trees or saplings? That's the one thing that they like are the little bitty young little trees.
Everybody does, the rabbits, everybody.
But she's going to put a little slit in the branch and lay her eggs in there. So it could harm them. So you could use that tool, that stuff that they use for tutus for ballerinas, and wrap that around. Or if you haven't put them in the ground, maybe wait until after, when they come out at 6 to 8 weeks or something. And then you can do whatever you want. Or wait till fall. We like to wait till fall to plant all our trees, because then you don't have to water them as much, because they'll get the water from winter. Okay. Kill. So.
Now, I'm not trying to be crazy, y'all, but I mean, do you think there's any coincidence? Leave it in the comments if you think there's a coincidence. Do you guys remember this picture? Can you see this picture? Remember that picture? Let me see here. Can we get it? Oh my gosh, come on, y'all. There it is. Do you remember that picture? Huh? You think that's a coincidence that he's doing that pose like this? I don't know. I just found it kind of interesting. Don't you guys remember when that happened? Now here we are talking about it in front of CERN. I don't know. Just a crazy white boy. All right. Now let's get on with it. What you guys got? We're prepared. We're prepared, not scared, to the best of our ability. And we're literally like, we can just stay right here. Yeah, who's scared? I'm not scared. I'm excited. You know, because the more of this stuff goes on, the more it gets exposed, the more people are waking up. And the more we can just get on with this thing already and stop farting around with it. If they're going to do it, let's do it already. All right, now we're going to talk about, you got anything you want to talk about?
I'm going to make dog food later with you guys.
I know, they know that's coming up. That's coming up. We got to TCB this business here. All right, let's see what else do we got here.
See if we have any questions.
Do you got questions?
Kelly says, Kelly Carter.
Kelly Carter.
Kelly Carter, are you the Kelly Carter I know?
No, she's not. You did this
My
before.
dog is so picky, she only wants to eat chicken liver. Well, Kelly, she might like this recipe.
Cats are like true carnivores. We just buy some Walmart stuff, throw it out there, and they live on their own. They hunt mice, they get rabbits, they get all kinds of crazy birds, whatever. Rats. Why the rockets? The rockets, red glare. What do you mean about the 10 Commandments on X? The scriptures clearly say the tablets were written on front and back. I believe the biggest conspiracy is to say that there's only 10. Because it's a lie, because there's more than 10. That's all I was saying. Right? But they got you guys believing, oh, what's his name? Who comes down in the movies?
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston with his little tablets with they're just written 10 on the front of them. The tablets, you can look it up for yourself, are written each tablet on both sides. All the commandments were written on there. He came down, told everybody, this is what's up. This is how you do it. This is what's going on. This is how you eat. This is how you dress. This is how the priests do it. This is how everybody does it. So there's more than 10. And the fourth one was one of the only ones that required death, and that was keeping the Sabbath. So that's another problem that you guys got to iron out. I'm not going to get into a big thing with it, but that's a problem. So even if you want to keep those 10, you're not even doing it because the fourth one is the Shabbat, and it has to be only on Saturday. That's been changed by pagans to Sun Day, the day of worshiping the sun. And those are all just facts, but we don't get into that because people get very emotional about it. And it's hard to see. We were in the same spot, y'all. We were doing all the same stuff, going to, the church and all this stuff. And then we started digging in and understanding some Hebrew and trying to figure things out. And then thinking, man, it doesn't make sense. Like, just things didn't make sense. So we started doing our homework, and now it makes perfect sense. All right. So here are the new things coming up at Airbnb, they put this out, which is very odd to me, I think. What events are covered? The following events are covered in this policy if you impact your reservation.
First, tell what that thing is, whatever it was a act or something. Tell what that is.
Oh, I don't know if I have that.
It's at the top.
Yeah, but it's called, no, I don't have it. No, the Major Disruptive Events Policy. Okay. So that's what it's talking about. And basically it's talking about if your stay gets interrupted, how you could get a refund or if it qualifies for a refund. So then they just came out with some new updates. And it says what events are covered. The following events are covered under the policy. So now declared public health emergencies and epidemics are covered under the policy. So if the government declares an epidemic or emergency like that, a health emergency, you can get your money back, right? But not if it's COVID. COVID doesn't count anymore. It says it right there. Go to Airbnb. I got it right there. But not if it's COVID. Dang, man, y'all, we got bamboozled. I am so getting sick of being lied to and tricked all the time. That's why I try to give it to you straight. The government travel restriction. This just came out, right? So if the government enacts a travel restriction, then you'll be entitled to a refund. Don't you guys find that odd that they just updated their terms of service at Airbnb?
And then military.
Here's the military actions or other hostilities. You guys, you cannot make this stuff up, right? Large-scale outages of essential services, like electricity or water. So I thought that was pretty interesting, too. They go into effect June, right before the election. It's the election in America here in November. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, since we got some of that interesting stuff out of the way, we're just going to answer questions, hang out with you guys. And also, we only have several hundred tickets left for the conference. We have 30 days or a little bit more, and you guys can come hang out with us directly.
Yes, we were just there getting everything organized, and it should be really cool. It's a really neat little venue.
We have some awesome speakers. We're going to be talking everything homesteading, off-gridding, taking care of yourself, health, nutrition, because we could talk freely there. We're going to have people on site that have been doing this stuff for years and sharing their education and information with you. It's going to be fantastic.
So cul-de-sac grocery garden says, one of her sweet potato slips is 2 feet long. Should I cut it up? And if I do, will the pieces all grow roots? You could pull it off and stick it in your water because it needs a root. When they're about 6 inches or so, start taking them and putting them in water.
You want to do some now? Yeah,
no, I'll show you
some now. Yeah, we'll do some now because we got a couple 6 inches.
No, don't take that one. Don't take that one.
Which one?
I don't. You can grab it.
Oh, you want to
over
just get in the water?
I already put those in the water.
Yeah. Here's some we already have in the water. She can show you.
So basically, I just took.
All right, Patty's here, you guys. Dang it, Patty. We were wondering where you were.
Yeah, as you can see. So you see, I just pulled this one off. It's about 6 inches, and see how it already. Don't put a lot of water in it, just a little at the bottom. Do you see how it's got little baby roots already? And that's what you're going to plant as your plant. Okay. So I'll get a nice handful. Our soil temperature needs to be about 65 degrees consistently, and then I'll plant them. Usually here in Missouri, the middle of May is the best time for us to plant our sweet potatoes. So and that's what you do. And I have, when they've been really long, and I've had that happen too, because sometimes you forget to take them off and it still works.
And y'all, we won't be refunding the conference because if it all breaks loose tomorrow, all the banks will be locked up. It'll be like the Depression days. They'll lock the banks up, blame it on some, internet problems or something. You won't be accessing your funds. Nothing will be happening. And that's when they'll usher in the reset if this all happens like that. And so, yeah, you won't have to worry about it.
Or it'll just be like a day like any other. So just enjoy your day tomorrow.
And in that case, we'll see you, in 6 weeks. I myself am praying for both, are preparing for both ways.
Okay.
Finger update. Fingers doing pretty good, but I'm not as diligent on my doggone putting the castor oil on there.
He's a
But
bad patient.
it was working on there pretty good, but
No, if it was,
I'm hit and miss.
I have to be better. I guess I should be better. I got
The new
tired
bird
of
flu.
bugging
Oh
him.
man, I could just keep going on and on about all this ridiculous stuff, y'all. The fake new bird flu's out. They're culling 3.3 million chickens. It was the largest egg laying operation in North America. Just got shut down. Nothing to see here, folks. They're not messing with nothing. Don't worry about it. Y'all are just crazy conspiracy theory paper. Come on.
Well, and the other thing too are the cows. Remember how the cows remember they all died? Where was that, out west?
Yeah, they said they got too hot.
They
They
got too hot
burned
and they all
up.
died. Was it thousands
And
of
then
them?
we had the big
The
fire out there.
So now they're going to make a cow that can
At the same
genetically
time-
modify a cow or something that can
At the same time
Be
that
intolerant.
happened in 2022, y'all, they were actually releasing a new genetically modified cow that handles the heat better. I don't know if all this stuff is just it's so crazy you can't even believe it. Voles, we have problems with voles. We have a dog. We have a Airedale
Molly
Terrier.
is the best vole getter in the world. She'll just go, like if I see any raised area in the yard, where they're going, and I see it and it's the very end, I'll say, get it. She knows if she sees it, and she'll dig really quick. Or if it's not there, she'll just move away and she'll keep going until she finds it and whip it right out. She's incredible. She really is incredible. Any kind of terrier, even those little Jack Russell Terriers, they're great for farms. Like those little dogs, a lot of people love them, and they do very good at getting mice and things and voles. They're wonderful. Terriers are amazing.
Old lady at 68. Honey, you ain't old. I don't know who told you that, but don't believe them.
Nope.
Don't believe them, girl. They're joshing you. They're joshing you, girl.
Oh, Stacy can't wait for the conference.
I know it's going to be exciting,
It should
y'all.
be fun. It should be lots of fun.
We went over there
We have it
today.
all
We're going
figured
over
out.
everything. They're going to have plate lunch for you guys. If you want to, get food there, we're going to have food there. A lot of food there. Then there's a little Mexican restaurant joint, a Chinese joint in town if you want to go there. And at the other town, which is about
Bring
20
your
minutes
own.
away, they have other stuff.
Yeah.
Bring your own.
We'll
a lot of
have,
people can bring their own.
yeah. So we'll be good.
Oh man, if you got, I can't tell you guys. If you already got tickets, look for an email. I'm gonna shoot out an email tonight about accommodations. I just came up with some more accommodations about camping and stuff, so you guys are gonna want to know that. So I'm gonna send that out tonight as an update, or maybe first thing in the morning.
Okay.
The world's food supply is going away. That is a very valid comment. The beef in America is down. We are the lowest with our beef supply since the 1950s, and there's way more people here now. They're slowly weeding out our beef supply here in America. Did you know that 4 packers run the whole show for beef in America, and only 2 of them are American, the other 2 are Brazilian, and it's Tyson and Cargill. That's a problem. See, the illusion is choice. And then what happens is they're importing all of the beef for us from these other countries because that's how they transfer the wealth. That's what they did to our factories. That's why nothing's made in America. When I was growing up, if you flipped over anything almost, it said made in America, or made in Taiwan. Now, every single thing you touch says made in China. Every single thing you touch.
Grandma Kitty says, do you plant several slips in the same hole? No. So, Grandma Kitty, each one of these is a plant. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. So, like every 6 to 8 inches, I'll plant a plant. Just stick it in the ground. Like there, make sure the roots are covered really good. And then you just have the nice green stuff at the top. And they'll be good. Those really long ones, like the 2-foot one we were talking about earlier, I would put it in there and cover it pretty good. So there's just a little over the top. Okay.
And the pork business is 100% ran by China. They own Smithfield. They're the largest pork people in North America here. And that's buck, buck, ding, ding, China. CCP, you know me. Candles, candles, candles out of stock, y'all. We were trying to make them from last week. I am so sorry. I did not think like all y'all would try to get the candles. And
well, the emergency one.
And I left the for sale sign on, you know, when we're out of stock. So we're
Can't even
literally
get-
like trying to make 2 batches a day, every day, trying to catch up. And it's going to take a minute. So just hang in there. We are sending them out as fast as we can.
Oh, Jeff Adams, he says he's been making red bud jelly and dandelion jelly. You know what, Jeff? Red buds, you guys know what the red bud tree, they're coming out in spring. They're absolutely beautiful.
You can eat
The
'em.
flower is just amazing. You can eat it. It's one of my absolute favorites. I absolutely love to make a red bud vinegar. So you're going to get the nutrients from the red bud. So you could put the flowers in some vinegar, some raw apple cider vinegar, maybe stuff that you made, or if you don't make it, you could get some raw apple cider vinegar, put it in there, let it set, put the lid on it, let it set, you know, kind of shake it up every day for about a week, and then strain it through, and then you'll have this beautiful purpley vinegar that you could add to your salad dressings, and then you're going to get the nutrients from the red bud flower. So it's amazing, and it's beautiful, and the flowers do taste wonderful.
Brandy, if you have migraines and this is your 5th day, maybe try a spoonful of tartar in the cup of filtered water, and that might help you.
Yeah, cream of tartar helps with headaches. Another thing you could even possibly try is cayenne pepper. That works a lot for a lot of people if you do a spoonful of cayenne pepper. And then also, Brandy, look and see what you're eating. See what triggers it sometimes. You know, are you eating some food that has yeast extract or form of MSG? A lot of these.
No, not
food
tartar
additives.
sauce. Cream of tartar.
It's yeah, cream of tartar. It's like you use it to make meringues and stuff. It's in the spice section. Here's my remedy book.
Yeah, it's in the
my
remedy book.
book.
Get the remedy book. If you guys want to know all of our little hacks and tricks on taking care of ourselves out here, we are, she's 61. Yeah. And I'm 56, and we do not have primary care physicians. We actually think they're a joke. And you guys, you know, we take care of ourselves, and we encourage you to do the same. So I'll drop the link here. This remedy book that Stacy made has a lot of our tips and tricks in there. It's been very well received, and people are using it and saying, hey. And then you can get some stitches, our herbal stitches that we sell too. And what that does is it, like if you get a cut, it'll close up your cut instead of you having stitches.
Whew.
Yeah, it's getting warm.
Well, because we need to open that
I
window.
know. I had to shut it because of
It
the.
got kind of warm today, and we had the stove on, and I'm like sweating.
And you guys can always get this information at offgridwithdougandstacy.com. And then just go to the shop tab, and that's all the cool stuff that we like. Many of the items there, we have worked out discounts for you guys. There's a herbal class. You could learn how to do herbal stuff. There's the castor oil, so you can do stuff with your finger, or they have cleanses for your kidneys and all kinds of packs. It's very good. We have like our candles and our books and our teas and tea balls, just all that stuff there waiting for you guys.
Sup Queen says, are the pink tomatoes you grow the German Johnsons from Gary? I like the German Johnsons. Those are good. But my favorite pink tomato is the Brandywine. Absolutely love it.
There's that brandy again, brandy.
Yeah, Brandywine. It's
She's
a
a fine
great
girl.
tomato. I love it. It does so well here, year after year after year after year.
Did you tell them about your new door I put in for you, honey? I'm such a handy man.
Yeah, he put in 2 doors. We didn't talk about it last week. I have a new front one and then a back one. So now I can open the doors. I don't have to worry about the screen being broken and the bugs coming in and the door flying open. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you got to replace your screen doors out in the country probably 3-4 years at least.
They go quick.
Sometimes faster.
Oh, Lynn says her Jack Russell saved her life from a snake. He caught it and shook it to death.
Rawr,
Crazy.
that's what they do. They're
Their
shakers.
necks are so strong. Yeah, they love it. Yeah, Molly, you should see her. She'll grab a raccoon or whatever and just shake it to death and then throw it down and keep shaking it till it doesn't get back up.
Buy some chocolate tea, y'all. Where'd you get up for? Oh man, we're behind on this, aren't we?
Yeah, I just got this again.
Right.
I was showing that.
Oh, and what are you pointing over there for? There's my daddy's rifle. Could I borrow Doug to put in some doors? No.
It's not his favorite thing to do. That's why it took a while, but we did it. He finally did it.
How do you get rid of a rash on your neck? Tell your boyfriend to quit touching you.
Well, you know,
who knows what kind of rash it is?
Yeah, and a lot of times, you know, I really like the bentonite clay, and actually, the bentonite clay it's on sale. I think if you go to Redmond, you can go to our thing, Oscar with Doug and Stacy. You can discount the Redmond because I think they're repackaging that, and they even have some toothpaste. I think maybe.
Oh man, get it while it's hot.
They're changing up a little bit, so go to Redmond and check and see if there's anything good. But I think the bentonite clay is on sale.
You guys, your body wants to heal itself. That's the big lie. Okay, that's the big lie. With the proper inputs, okay, your body will heal itself. It's documented over and over and over again. And a lot of the people, just like during COVID, that try to tell you the information, they get shut up, ran out of town, or even buried.
Oh, Silly Rabbit said, he says, $1.
I'm feeling kind of free on YouTube tonight, boy.
$1 plus 2 dough equal 900 pounds of meat per year.
Nice.
No, I mean, I'm telling you. And actually today, when we do the dog food, I'm going to give you little options there. We're going to make her dog food today with some deer meat.
Heal from seizures. Have you tried smoking weed? Maybe that's why they don't want you to have it. I think Stacy is 56 and Doug is 61. Oh, you're right. We fooled you. No, she's older than I am. Yeah. Tea tree oil.
What about it?
What about it?
I like it. You can use it for a lot of different things. You know, it's good to mix with different carrier oils. You can put it on bumps and scratches.
Can you use baking soda for toothpaste or coconut oil?
You could use coconut oil with a little baking soda in there.
Just type in toothpaste off-grid Doug, and you can watch the video. Stacy made so much fun video with that one. She was laughing and cracking up. It has a nice little skit in it. Didn't you have fun making that one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you guys can watch that. Just type in toothpaste off-grid Doug.
But I'm going to tell you guys, you can brush your teeth with a lot. Like that's a tooth powder that I did a video on that I like. That's my tooth powder. But you could do, you could just use coconut oil by itself. You could use coconut oil, put some Redmond salt in there, a little Redmond salt. You could do coconut oil with a little pinch of baking soda and some salt in it too. You could do that if you wanted to. You could do coconut oil. You could grate some ginger, put some lemon juice in there. You know what I mean? And then put a little bentonite clay in there, and you can make a toothpaste like that. You could, there's so many little options that you could do to brush your teeth. So, and it doesn't have fluoride in it. It doesn't have, and it doesn't have any of these foaming agents and all these things that are bad for us, toxic chemicals. A lot of this is just very natural, and it's very good for cleaning your teeth. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Can you do
see.
it?
And start if you're not doing it. If you're looking for your meat from local farmers.
Hey, did you guys know what NASA means in Hebrew? You guys can't make this stuff up. Deceiver. All right. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Why does everything have to be so shrouded in crazy? Why can't it just be straightforward? All right. Yeah, to deceive. Cannot make this stuff up. If I was trying to sit here and make this stuff up, I could not even make this stuff up. All right.
Oh, Cindy says the red bud jelly tastes like Starburst candies. It is. Oh, it's so wonderful. And it's the most beautiful treat ever.
All right. Where you at? Bushwalker. I'm dropping it right now. Boom. That's the link. mtkknives.net. mtkknives.net. This is a neck knife, y'all. It is a handy dandy last line of defense. I've had them on the hip. I've had them in the pocket. I lose them. I can't get to them good enough. This one right here, it's just, I'm there, right? Like it's a natural thing for me just to be like, whoa, back up. Whoa. It shouldn't have came off like that. I had it kind of loose back
Yeah,
there.
you better watch out. I'm next to you.
I had it kind of loose because I didn't have it all the way. I don't think I clipped part of my shirt in there, but yeah, this is just the last little bit right there. Blurry picture. Sorry about that.
So Emma says that with the redbud flowers, with the chemtrails, just know one of the best things to get a lot of stuff is just maybe use a little, you know, you can put baking soda in some water, some vinegar, or put baking soda and vinegar together. I would probably do the both. And then just, you could even cut the whole branch, stick it in there and just let it soak for 10, 15 minutes and then take it out and then use it. Rinse it off with regular water first. Yeah, Vicky says they're Amish farmers. So farmers markets are open again. Yes, this weekend was the opening of our farmers market. Saturday was. And everyone's starting to do their thing, and you're seeing more and more people do it. You're seeing more and more people staying local, going to their local farmers, getting community support.
If you were smart, you would start building those relationships right now, y'all. Because I'm telling you, you're going to wake up in a minute, and it's going to be like the store stuff is going to be off the chain. And I'll be doggone it if Matt and Mary in Canton, Georgia aren't here tonight. Hello, y'all.
And Cheryl's used the herbal stitches that we have, and it worked like
the
a charm.
herbal stitches is where it's at. You guys make sure you put that in your preps. You guys should have it in your boat,
right
on
there.
your jet ski, in your truck, in your RV, at your grandma's, with your kids. It's everywhere you want to be, and just in case, man. This is your insurance policy. Comes in a nice little reusable jar. You get a couple of them. You got a salt and pepper shaker when you're done. This is what it is, though. But it's an herbal blend that we've put together. It's proprietary. And literally, it works like nobody's business. I cut my finger on a cutting wheel, and I sprinkled that stuff in there, and it literally just healed it right up. No stitches.
And it's just what we've had, what people have told us. It works
no
very
stitches.
well.
That's why it's called herbal stitches.
And one of our friends got cut really bad with the glass mason jar that shattered in her hands. And she was just showing me yesterday, because it had sliced this totally open, and how you can't even see a scar or anything. It's just been a few weeks.
The best water filter system is the one you can afford. The Berkey's okay, I guess, but you can't get filters hardly. The Zero filters are good. The Alexa Pure is good. Is there another one?
I always
Zero is good.
We already said Zero.
Yeah. And just do your research and find one that you might think is good, and then come and ask questions about it, and we'll let you know if it's good or not, to the best of our ability. All right, I don't really think the thumbs up are happening tonight. Maybe it's broken because it's not keeping up with the amount of folks in the room. Please smash that thumbs up, y'all. Give YouTube a big thumb in their nose. All right, the only way that we get around all of their censorship is by participating in the channels that you like, which means thumbs up on their algorithm, leaving a comment in their algorithm, sharing their video, because then they just can't get a grip on you as much because it just goes to too many people. They just can't stop it. They tried to stop a couple of the last videos. I was watching it real time, but you guys kept sharing it so much that eventually it broke it, and then it just started feeding out to people. I'm honest to goodness, I was watching it, especially that chicken video. And Facebook literally censored it where they wouldn't even show the video at all.
Yeah, they totally took it off.
Just about the chicken that you guys are buying at Aldi's. I just showed you a picture of it and gave you the word on the street, and other people were chiming in.
And Homesteaders in a very small space, Larry and Vicky, she says, can we do a show on castor oil? I was thinking about that. We could do and talk about all the uses of castor oil, because it is absolutely amazing. We love
that's next week.
The castor oil. Well, we can talk about castor oil
Yeah,
because there's so many things.
Next week we'll talk about home remedies, and I don't care about YouTube saying nothing. So that's what we'll do about it. Next week we're going to talk about.
We can just do castor oil. Castor oil.
The whole show.
We can talk a lot about castor oil.
And then we'll have some new stuff in the front too. And that's if this whole thing doesn't go bonkers starting tomorrow, and then to martial law and whatever kind of crazy they dream.
Oh, Joy Cleckley, you got me. Those are my favorite too. She says the pink brandy rind and black cherry are the absolute best. Those are my two favorites too.
Y'all, we are preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. And we're staying spiritually fit and a lot of other kind of fit things too. And don't forget, if you guys are in the university, we got a really nice university class this week. We're going to talk about firearms and all the different, not all the different, but just some general basic stuff, especially for new beginner firearm owners or wannabe firearm owners. And then we're also going to just talk about home defense, homestead defense, stuff like that. We have a United States Marine with us on deck, and it's really going to be a good time. So that's at our university that we do on the side, y'all, in case you didn't know. And if you want more details on the university, you can just go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, hit that button, and there's the actual university tab, and you guys can click that too. And we have a really good time there. We're developing some really good community, and it's really going to be a good one for Wednesday night. Something that we probably couldn't really do here on YouTube because it's out of our bus wheel a little bit. So what would happen is if I was to put up a firearm video, they would squash that thing worse than bugs on a sandwich. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So it just wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, Tina's ready to talk about dog food.
Yeah, we got to, because this time's up. Let's go. All right, so now we're going to show you guys how to make some dog food. Not dog food, dog food. Some canine food. Live demonstration. You're going to do it all over there. I'll just bring it over there.
No, I'm going to bring it right here.
You are?
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Yep.
All
So
right. First, let's talk about benefits.
So when you look at food that you're going to eat, and you're going to have food that your dog's going to eat, if you're constantly eating ramen noodles that have been highly processed all the time, you've been eating, food, hamburger helper, all that stuff that's in a box with all the different chemicals and all this kind of stuff, you're just eating filler. It's not giving you any nutritional value whatsoever. It's causing you to get overweight. It's causing you to get sick. Well, a lot of the same sicknesses that we're having as individuals, our animals are getting the same thing because they're eating kibble or dried food that has been highly heat processed. And so that's why, we love our animals. We want our animals to be healthy. And I know a lot of us are like, well, I can't afford this or that, but can you afford taking your dog, because they have scratchy ears or they're having a hot spot or you have to do this and you have to do that, and all the stuff going to the doctor. I mean, now you've got insurance for your dogs and your cats because people spend more time in the vet than they do in the actual doctor for them. So for me, gosh, has it been over 20 years? I've been doing raw food diet with my dogs. I stopped and the reason I initially went on a raw food diet is because we had a lab who, and she had horrible allergies. And so that was my main reason, Scout.
Yeah, poor thing.
So,
they're really susceptible to that dog food, y'all. I've noticed that. We've had relatives with those dogs too, and they're just really susceptible to it.
And then a lot of it, with the vaccinations and all that. I want you guys to do your research on vaccinations. If you look into, there's a lot of really good holistic vets. If you don't know who Dr. Karen Becker is, she is a holistic vet. There's tons of YouTube videos that she has on different things. You can check her out. Look at all her stuff about vaccinations and all that. If you listen to a lot of these holistic vets, these dogs and cats are just being vaccinated year after year after year after year when you don't need to be year after year after year after year. Okay? So that's why I started doing raw food diet. And since then, I never went back. During COVID in 2020, we had 2 dogs and I was going through a lot of food and I kind of changed my recipe a little bit since then. But for a short time, I did go on a kibble that was a better type kibble, but it was broke my heart the whole time. I couldn't do it.
She got snotty eyes.
Oh, you should see it because when they have the snotty eyes all the time, that means they're having histamine reactions.
We definitely saw with our own eyes.
I could tell she was more lethargic. She was still happy and everything, but she just wasn't right. So I'm just making my food. You just have to be a little,
yeah, Dr. Becker's awesome.
Yeah, Dr. Karen Becker. So there's 2 books. One's called Forever Dog, which is amazing. You'll learn a lot of stuff. She just wrote a new book called Forever Dog Life, and it's got recipes and things in it for snacks, for foods, for just tons of stuff. So this is a basic recipe, and what she did was they formulated it where it does everything that you're going to get that they formulate when you get regular dog food. So let's do it really quick. And I'm going to give you some options. I change it up
Okay.
with whatever I have. Now you're going to need a lean meat.
Hold on, y'all. Come on over here.
Well, hold on. I have
6,900. Everybody left. Once you said you were going to make the dog food, they're like, I'm out of here. And I don't know why we just give her all of our good stuff.
Okay, so this is deer. So you could use lean beef. You want lean. I don't want you to use high fat, fatty stuff because dogs can have a whole lot of fat. So for the ratio of everything, I'm going to use, you can do 14 or 16 ounces of, if you had elk, you had deer, you had bison, you had beef. If you, sometimes I use lamb, chicken, turkey, any of those things I use. Okay. Now, when I'm making this, I normally don't make this one. This is just like for one dish.
You can stand up.
You want me to stand up?
Yeah, because I can't see you seeing your hands.
Okay. So what I do is I'll quadruple it so I have enough that I can make for a couple, for a couple weeks. Sometimes I make enough for a month. Okay, so I'm going to put my 14 or 16 ounces of my meat. Okay. Then I'm going to add 1 farm fresh egg to that. And I'm going to use half of the shell. So I'm going to grind up half my shell. Okay, so 1 egg to half a shell. Okay.
Look at that yolk.
Then sardines in spring water. You don't want the kind in the oil. You want the spring water. So I'm going to put that in there with the spring water. She's going to say, in the recipe, she says a half of a can. I'm going to put a whole can in. But you can do half can and save it for your next batch if you want. Or you can double it. So normally I would double this and I would use a whole can. But I'm going to put a whole can in because I'm going to make more later. Okay. Ground ginger. Helps with digestion and all that. I'm going to just do like 1/4 of a teaspoon in that. Okay. I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of kelp, dried kelp. And then, oh, keep talking to him. I have to get one more thing.
It's crazy, y'all. I have this phone right here on watching the video. And then I have the laptop watching the video. And then I have this phone watching the video. And all 3 of them are at different parts of the video showing you guys. That's crazy. Yeah, meat prices are going through the roof. They're going to price you guys out of everything. How do you think they're going to accomplish the largest transfer in wealth in human history? They're artificially raising up all the prices and they are draining your money.
So next I'm going to do hemp hearts. If you have hemp oil, you could do hemp oil. You're not going to need as much if you do the hemp oil. You'll just do 2 teaspoons of hemp oil. But I prefer to get the hemp hearts. Very high in protein and very high in your omega-3.
You eat those yourself too. They're not just for the dog.
I put these in salads, yes. So I get these. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons for my hemp seeds.
I love her measuring. Don't just remember the measuring. It's all about the measuring.
Yes. And then I like, if I have stuff in the garden, I may use this one. But like a lot of times, I'll go get the organic produce at the store. So I'm going to do 1/4 of a cup. Here's broccoli, organic broccoli. And I'm going to do organic spinach.
I mean, for our dog, organic spinach and broccoli.
So I got organic spinach and broccoli. Remember, spinach is in the dirty dozen. It's terrible. It's like number 2. So organic broccoli, and I'm going to 1/4 of a cup of both of those. I'm going to show you how to do it. And then 1/4 a cup of a red pepper. So you could do yellow or orange. If you don't have a pepper, like for me, a lot of times you don't have a pepper, then don't put a pepper in. Sometimes I put arugula in there. I could put peas in there. I could put green beans in there. Just 1/4 a cup of kind of veggie like that. So here's some spinach. Here's my 1/4 of a cup. And then here's my 1/4 of a cup.
Yeah, your dogs eat better than most people. That's no joke, man.
No, it's true.
I mean, if you guys took the time to feed yourselves proper, you know, it wouldn't be that way. But yeah, most of the food that's consumed by people in America is really not even food, to be honest with you guys. And that's the reason for all this sicky going on.
Okay. And then...
Make sure you hit that thumbs up, y'all, please.
So then I said 1/4 cup of my red pepper. See, I didn't cut it up yet. I didn't want it to get all icky. Wanted to keep it fresh. So here's my 1/4 cup of my red pepper.
Why spinach instead of kale?
Kale has, well, you could do kale. You can do it. You could do Swiss chard if you wanted. I like to mix it up. I don't want to, I'm not going to give them spinach every time. Sometimes I might just do romaine lettuce. I could do arugula. I mix it all up. It depends. Every week I'm
because our dog's bougie and she said no kale.
Sometimes I'll do, instead of this, I might do broccoli sprouts. I might do regular microgreen sprouts sometimes, or microgreens. I'll do microgreens. I'll put those in place of the greens. It's different every time. So I do 1/4 cup of some type of green. So like I say, it could be green beans, whatever's in season.
Oh, garden. Molly definitely eats out of the garden with us when we're out there.
She loves the garden.
Popping peas or whatever. She's all about it.
Yeah, she loves kale and she loves cabbage is her favorite. I could put cabbage in here if I wanted to. You could do so much. So don't think that this is the end all be all. You could really change it up a little bit. All right. And then...
Well, you know, I don't want the last show you guys see of us if this thing pops off tomorrow. I didn't want to be interrupting Stacy the whole time.
Here's the wonderful thing for vitamin A. I'm going to do, this is a
what is
liver,
it?
Liver.
Oh, liver is where it's at, you guys.
You're going to get so many vitamins.
Can't stand that stuff.
So, like with all those vegetables, we gave the dog the vitamin C. Okay? So now we're getting some vitamin A and the wonderful benefits of the...
Why is hemp good for dogs? Because hemp's good for everybody.
It's high in protein and it's got wonderful omegas.
Man, don't be fooled by the TV and the magazines. They took hemp away from you and that stuff because it is good for you. And they only brought it back when it was good for their agenda. Now all of a sudden it's cool.
So I'm going to do 1/4 cup of liver. Now this is too much. I'm going to save some because I am going to make more when we get off. Because I got to make more.
Yeah, we definitely treat our canine like it's part of the family. We don't want to feed her any trash. She works hard on the farm. She's patrolling and doing the best she can. And we want to give her all that we can so she's the best she can be.
So here's a liver.
You should see her teeth, boy. Come here, Molly.
Just wait a second. So here's liver. I want 1/4 cup. Usually I get the liver and I'll cut it up in little pieces like so. So that's 1/4 cup of the liver. Now, what I do, I'll make like a couple weeks at a time. Maybe for a couple weeks, because I think the animal is not going to find liver all the time. Like sometimes for a week or two, I won't give her liver. Sometimes I won't give her the exact recipe. You know, I kind of mix it up a little bit.
That's organic Kirkland brand just because, you know, it's at the place we can get it easy.
What's organic Kirkland brand?
Your hemp hearts. They're just hemp hearts, y'all. It's just shelled hemp seeds.
Oh, and then I was saying, remember how I gave you the can of sardines? If you don't do the sardines, you can also...
You better hurry up. It's getting dark in here.
You can do a half teaspoon of cod. You can do cod liver oil, too.
I can't even see. Hold on. I got to get you some light over here, Booger. Let me help you out, lady. We got to get these people some interesting situation here. Oh, man. Let's see if that worked for you.
Are we good?
I'm trying. It's a hokey setup, but it works.
And then I'm going to add a little water to it.
We use lamb liver, but any liver you can get your hands on.
Yeah, like I do chicken livers.
Any liver.
Sometimes I'll put hearts in there, stew meat, maybe stuff in the bottom of your freezer. Like if you forgot it and it has freezer burn, I'll give that to them.
Hitchhiker livers, whatever.
So I put a little water in there, and you can make it. Oh, and then let me show you my secret ingredient.
We've got a secret ingredient.
Ready for my secret ingredient?
Yeah, chicken gizzards, chicken livers, all of it.
I use quinoa. So I froze it. Like when I make it, I'll make extra. So I'll put like 1/4 cup of quinoa in it, and it'll kind of help it. Quinoa is a great complex carbohydrate. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to freeze it if you make a bunch for them. We're going to
Well, for me, that's what I do because I make so much dog food. So
right.
I just make sure
we'll go over that for you.
So about 1/4 cup of the quinoa. Now, same thing here. If you don't have quinoa, maybe you don't have to use it.
Y'all, they used to make rope out of hemp. They made clothes out of hemp. It is the industrial material of the ages, and they got rid of it because they wanted to move in the petroleum with their buddies. Don't you guys get it? Nothing really that's good for us they want to use because they want to use their buddies and all their petroleum and chemical products. That's the name of the game. Nothing natural. The enemy is here to steal, kill, and destroy, period.
Now, for like Molly, as you guys look at this, what I did, I have enough for 3 meals for 3 days here. That's why I make a lot more. And then what I'm going to do.
Well, you're going to feed her now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead.
Let's watch her eat.
Well, wait, I'm going to show how I pack it.
No, we do not put any oatmeal in our dog food. Oats are not good, y'all. Look it up. High in glyphosate. They tear the lining of your stomach. We do not eat any oats around here.
Well, sprouted oats.
Yeah, but not very rarely.
Yeah.
Name it. Oats. I mean, like twice a year, maybe.
Well, we can. Well, I like this. We eat sprouted oats once in a while.
Very
But
rare.
now my problem is I've been more suspect. We used to do more. I'm suspect of even of the glyphosate that.
Yeah, we use hemp and chia seeds, quinoa.
So then what I do is, and you guys can look it up on.
If you have organic oats, did you know they cannot put a GMO in there or anything, but right at the end they can actually spray it with Roundup.
Yeah, because it dries it as death.
Yeah, so don't believe it now.
So that's what freaks me out. That's why I stopped. So on this,
rice is okay.
Go online and look and see when you're feeding your dog. So you can do one of 2 things. Some people don't want to feed raw. If you don't want to do raw, you're going to get this beautiful stuff here. You're going to put it in your pan, your cast iron skillet, and you're going to cook it up very lightly. And then you can put it in your bags after it cools and freeze it.
Yeah, the quinoa was cooked. She had that frozen left over from a meal.
Quinoa was cooked. Okay. So now go online and look and see how much food your dog will get depending on their weight. And just, you can Google it. How much, like if you have a 100-pound dog, how much food does my dog need for a day? Okay. So for Molly.
No, just lay off the oats. Don't try to brand it. Don't try to do nothing to it. Just dump them.
Well, or she can sprout them.
Just dump them. It's too much trouble. Just dump them.
No, it's not.
Dump them.
Oh, look at that. All right. So now what I do is.
My arms are getting tired.
Okay. So then I put them in my bag. You know, I flatten them like this, and then I'll stack them up, and then I freeze them. Okay? That's what I do.
That's what she does.
That's what I do.
Are you guys hitting that thumbs up? I hate to be a bore.
So, I'll put everything in here, really good, fill them up. So for Molly, she gets like about 1.5 pounds a day. Depends if she's really active, I might give her 2 pounds. But, okay.
And then we just put that in the freezer.
And they freeze great, so then what I do is, the night before, like I might put 2 out or 1 out, and I'll just put it.
Did you lose your battery power here?
Oh, I guess I did.
Oh, you're such a treat.
I'm sorry, my battery.
Yes, man, you're kind of juvenile sometimes with this.
Oh, we lost everyone.
Yeah, because thanks a lot. I mean, you know, is it too much to ask? Oh my goodness, y'all! You don't even know the struggles I go through with this teenager over here.
And then we have to show Molly eating her food.
All right. We're trying to read. Easy there with that noise there, cowgirl.
We're here now.
We haven't gone anywhere. They're right there.
Okay, good. So, you want to see Molly eating her food? I'm going to keep it in this big bowl.
Yeah, come on. We're going to show them.
Where should it be? Molly, you want to eat your food?
Time to eat.
Oh, where is she? Is she outside or in here?
I thought she was in here laying down.
Oh, no, she's not even here.
Oh. Molly, time to eat. Come on, girl.
She's
That was like 2 seconds. She's hungry. Come on, baby girl. Time to eat.
Can they even see?
Sure. I don't know how much of it they want to watch, but
Okay. That's okay.
she loves it. She absolutely loves it. All right, now we'll talk about the break-in time and stuff like that. So if you guys are going to transition your dog, you're going to maybe, you know, How you going to do it? Tell them, give them some tips. Since you messed up our analytics.
So, a lot of times some dogs have really sensitive stomachs. So you might have, if you have a dog that has a sensitive stomach, you might want to try, I would, possibly try cooking it, maybe cooking it and see. And don't definitely go, because, you need to get that stronger stomach acid. If they've been used to eating for many, many, many years, dry kibble, then maybe their stomach acid and all that isn't up to eating raw food yet. So you might want to start cooking it. And then maybe, don't cook it that much as you go on so you can keep more of the nutrients in it. Or if your dog's younger, like for us, like for Molly, when Molly was 6 weeks old, I just remember as a treat, like a little chicken wing, I just gave her that, and she started not cook. I mean, I started her as a little young baby, and she started eating raw. So I'm not worried about her. So a younger one, you could, go ahead and start like that. So the thing is money wise, like if you're a hunter, I would use all the tags you can get, or if you have friends that have deer tags, and usually if you're around the area and you have a lot of hunter people, there's a lot of extra deer left over. So, deer meat is great to use. You could use what you have and then also use it for your animal too. So it's just a thought. If you have little dogs, this would be very feasible to do. If you're living in a condominium or apartment or wherever you are, you could do a lot for smaller dogs. But she's running around. I want her to be healthy and happy. She doesn't have any itching. I've had my fair share of allergies and going to the vet and all that kind of stuff and having attacks and it's miserable and hot spot after hot spot. And coconut oil is amazing for dogs because it's very easily, like if a lot of dogs have maybe suffer from pancreatitis or have problems, being able to metabolize fats and things. It's a fat that can really be metabolized easier. So coconut's good oil. Like she gets coconut. I give her like a, little spoonful of coconut oil almost daily. If you had hot spots, I would put coconut oil on them. Dry noses, coconut oil is wonderful for dogs. I know a lot of holistic vets really do like the coconut oil. So, but any of the stuff, do your research on, you can look into it and see. Okay, I'm just reading. Yeah, that's another good one. I have sprouted pumpkin seeds, so I put pumpkin seeds in it sometimes. It just kind of depends, what I have going on. Maybe I have sugar snap peas or whatever. Like I say, in the garden, she'll get a lot of stuff from there.
And y'all, it's just like if your human selves. You're either going to pay up front, feeding your dog a little better diet, spending a little more time on it, or you're going to pay for it at the vet, standing in line.
Okay, someone just said, what about worms? I'm going to tell you something. If you have a good terrain in your belly, you're going to be more resistant to getting worms and things. Molly never got worms. When I fed her kibble for those few months during that COVID time, because I couldn't get meat as much as I needed at the time, she got worms for the first time. And she doesn't have them now. And I noticed that she just is overall resistant to like anything, So I'll never go back again. I will do whatever I can. And I remember the other thing Doug used to do. She'll just go and he would find a rabbit, shoot it in the ear, it'll die, and we cut it. This sounds terrible.
Shoot it in the ear.
A lot of times they shoot in the ear and they'll die if you get them in there. I don't know about that. They shoot them outside.
The rabbits are all around here, wild rabbits.
Because the fur and everything, and the dog will eat it all. So.
They eat all kinds of stuff. Now we're going to talk about cats real quick because I know a lot of y'all have cats, and we have quite a few barn cats, and we just buy kibble from the Walmart because they're true carnivores.
We have way too many cats.
Yeah, so they hunt a lot.
Yes. So just know if you do the Forever Dog, the book Forever Dog Life, it'll have tons of recipes in there for that. I think cats are in there. I think that she's got some cat things in there. So yeah, you could do. They just like meat.
And you can give that to your cats, but it's going to get expensive if you have quite a few cats. If you have one cat, two cats.
You're not going to give them any of the vegetables.
No
You're
vegetables.
Not going to give them.
They're true carnivores.
Yeah, they like anything that's the meat.
They love
meat, liver,
the fish.
But see, some cats won't touch
Sardines.
liver. That's the thing. Some cats won't touch.
They're just like people, aren't they?
Yeah, I've had a couple cats that won't eat sardines. I've had some cats that won't eat the liver. And the thing is if I have leftover stuff around, I give it to my cats too. But I will say, since we have so many, and I can't between them, they do get some kibble. But you can, if I had one cat or if I had two cats, I would put them on a total raw food diet too. Yeah, my cat Patty says her cat hates liver. It is, it's weird. I'll have some love it and some of it hate it. That's why they're very finicky. And honestly, cats don't have as many issues, I think, as dogs do now. Dog vitamins. So Brenda, like my food that I give my dog, she's getting all this yumminess. Like sometimes I'll even do herbs. So you can add to this recipe. I'll add oregano flakes sometimes. You could add, different herbs in there. What else is it? Yeah, my cat eats the mice in the yard.
All right, man. Dang, we covered a lot of ground tonight.
Was that good?
She likes
she
that.
Likes it. Let's see.
The bowl is clean.
Did you see how it was?
Like the jelly
You see how
bean.
clean it is? She got every inch of it.
And we feed her one time a day.
And then actually
and she'll
today,
go out and hunt too. You know what I mean? If she's hungry, she'll go find something.
yeah, sometimes she'll catch her own rabbit. Sometimes she'll catch a squirrel. Sometimes she'll catch whatever. But yeah, for her, you see that, I guess the initials OMAD, 1 meal a day. So I just generally feed her 1 meal a day. Sometimes I'll feed her first thing in the morning. Or a lot of times, sometimes what I'll do, if I know she's really active, here's my stuff. What I'll do is after it thaws out, I'll squirt out the food and I'll keep just a little bit at the bottom, and maybe I'll give her like an evening snack if she's been out running around, and she'll get that too. Some days I do faster. So today she didn't eat all day till right now because I knew we were going to do this. So I didn't feed her. So sometimes I might give her, twice a day if I'm feeling generous. Maybe I put too much in a bag and then she'll eat 2 times a day. But generally, sometimes I'll feed her at lunchtime. Because it's like, animals are out hunting. They don't know when they're going to eat. So I don't want her, because a lot of times the dog's enzymes in their stomach will get used to knowing, well, I got to eat at this time. I got to eat at this time. So I kind of don't want her to know when she's going to eat. Okay. And then the other thing I will also give her is raw meaty bones. So when we butcher our sheep or we butcher our animals, like here, let me get this.
Well, a lot of canines are overweight. You got you guys feeding that food way too much to them, and they're getting overweight. They're just like people, and then they don't get out there. All of a sudden, now they got the dog diabetes. It's so crazy, man. They're probably making as much money off the dogs and being sick as they are the people.
Said.
Yeah.
So then what I do is I'll get a lot of these, the raw meaty bones for the dogs. You can get the marrow bones, or here's some bones here.
A lot of times if you have a butcher around you, you can snake a couple of bones.
Here's a couple of them. Yeah, you can go to the butcher and they can get you some of those marrow bones and they can eat the marrow out. That's a great treat. That's actually how I transitioned our dogs. Remember, initially I would go to the butcher and I would have him cut me, and a lot of, they'd be like this round and like this thick. So they'd eat the marrow out and they'd chew on it. Because the lab was getting yellow teeth. It was terrible. And so I just started doing that with her, and her teeth got beautiful within a couple months. And the vet was like, what'd you do? And I'm like, I just started giving her those raw, the marrow bones. And a lot of times you can go to a lot of the grocery stores and they have them in the freezer section. I think people might use them for soup, or you can even you go to restaurants and it's like $15, $20 for, eating the marrow. They'll heat it up and put butter and seasoning on it. And then you can eat the marrow because it's so good for you. But I would get it give it for the dog. And then you can also have them cut you some shanks. You can get the shanks because they're going to have the marrow in them, about so big, but they can chew on them. It's great for their teeth and good stuff. So that's that. So that's just one recipe. There's lots of other ones, but we could talk about this forever and ever and ever and ever. I have Healer, my link on half raw, half.
Oh, they did it. Thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. We appreciate you.
Do?
They got the thumbs up rocking.
Well, good.
Yes, I fish. We have a pond full of fish. We eat fish right out of our own pond of fish.
That's good.
It's a fishy pond. We like to have all of our food in our gate so we don't have to leave here in case it gets crazy. And it's just good. It's just good to have total control over your food and water and shelter.
What's that noise?
That's Molly scratching her face.
Oh, so sauerkraut could be too salty for dogs. So with the sauerkraut, you know, a lot of times I might give her a little shot of the juice, or I might give her, like, you know, a piece of it. She can do that. Actually, kefir is good. I give her a little kefir, and she loves it. So yogurt, I'll give it to her. That's good for an upset tummy too, for dogs. Yogurt.
Who is it, Dr. Becker? What's the name of the book?
Forever Dog is the first one, and I think the new one with all the recipes, it's incredible. Forever Dog Life. I think that's right. Is that right? I think it is. Is it right? Tell me if it is. I think that's what
so.
it is.
I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah, because there's dog treat recipes in there and everything.
Now, come on, y'all. We want to see you guys at the Spring Festival. I'm going to be sending out. I'm going to wait till tomorrow now, because just in case you guys get some tickets tonight, I'm going to release some information on camping so you guys can go camping. You can actually, there's dry camping, boondocking in the Vandalia Lake Park. You can do it overnight, both nights, for free. Boondocking, no hookups, but for free, the Vandalia Lake. So that's one hot tip right there that you didn't have before. And then I'll send out the guy's contact information in the first, I think he has 20 spots. So the first 20 spots will be just like right down the street from the venue. Okay, so that's pretty good too.
Well, how do you know to get it? How do you know to get it?
Well, I'm going to just send out everybody a thing, and the first people to contact them are going to get it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
If you want to get some stitches or anything like that, we really appreciate it. That helps us out with all this stuff. But definitely come to the conference. We want to see you at the conference. It's going to be a good time. We have over 300 kids registered to be at the conference. So it's a very family-friendly event. We have a lot of activity plans for them. It's really going to be a fun time. And you can hit the link, homesteadinglifeconference@gmail.com.
It's Vandalia, Missouri.
homesteadinglifeconference.com.
In Missouri, Vandalia, Missouri.
Vandalia, Missouri this year and next year. Are we going to watch the eclipse? I don't know, but we're not going anywhere. I just want to kind of hang tight and see how this all shakes down, because I don't know, earthquakes, no quakes, crazy people, whatever it'll be. Could be a little bit more than I want to handle.
Oh my gosh, guineas are being loud. They're always so loud right before they go to bed.
Giving away their positions. All right, so hopefully we'll see you at the Homesteading Live Conference. That's going to be a good time. Limited seating, and we're almost sold out. And we're going to have Curtis Stone. You know, you can go to the thing, check out all of the speakers. We have all that information up for you guys. We're going to start working on the August Festival, and the women's retreat's already up. If you guys want to hang out just with Stacy and no Doug, except I'll be security, me and my buddies. But Stacy has a woman's retreat, and that's on that page as well. Just see woman's retreat. It says Spring Festival, August Festival, woman's retreat. So the woman's retreat's going to include all your food and everything but lodging. It's 2 days, some really good speakers lined up, and it's going to be a really good time. So that's that. I'm closing out those tabs. And then, of course, our general store. You can always visit there. Get your items for prep at a discount. And get Stacy's Remedy book, which is really good. It's been received very well. And fermenting book. A lot of you guys are new to fermenting. We have a fermenting book Stacy made. And I can just jump over here right now and see, oh, there's a couple people that got some stuff. We like to see you getting that stuff. So that's cool too. You guys can do that. And other than that, man, that's all we got for you guys. Just tomorrow is just going to be something, you know. It's just too much ripe. This is what you call low-hanging fruit, for sure, for the CIA, FBI, ABC, DFG. This is very low-hanging fruit if they wanted to pop off something, use some of these border crossers, anything like that. How do I check on my order? You don't need to check on your order. If you guys ordered stuff last week, we're trying to get it out the door. I underestimated how many people would get those candles. We're banging them out every single day, 2 times. As soon as the wax melts, we're pouring them and making new ones. So we're getting them out to you as soon as possible. You do always get an email from us with your tracking information, because everything we ship is with tracking numbers. Okay, so don't worry, you'll get an email. Shoo, doggy. That's all I got for you. We're trying. I just want you guys to be ahead of it.
Yes, Cindy, the kids are free from what?
Kids are free 16 and under. So 17 and up, you got to pay. 16 and under is free. We're going to have food there, entertainment, bounce houses, stuff for the kids, class stuff for them too. All hands-on live training and talking and question and answers. It's going to be a good time.
Kimberly says what to use for dry, flaky scalp. I would use a raw apple cider vinegar rinse. If you had some coconut or some rosemary essential oil, you could put a few drops in that. So if you had, let's say, a jar like this, you're going to put about this much raw apple cider vinegar in the bottom. Fill the rest up with water. I would put about 10 drops of rosemary essential oil in there. And then after you wash your hair, you're going to put it all, close your eyes, put it all over your head, bend over, get it in the back, massage your scalp really good, leave it on a minute or two. You can even rub it into the ends and massage it in and then rinse it off. It's wonderful conditioner, great for your scalp. It's really good. Try that and
we
see what
ship
happens.
everything to Canada except for the stitches and the candles. I think the candles are just going to be too expensive for the shipping, man. The shipping to Canada is just off the chain. But definitely the stitches we can't send to you guys because you're anti-herbals and it just ain't going down that way. So we can't do that. But we do send out the books. We also have PDF downloads for people that maybe are on a budget. You can do a PDF download and just make your book at home with all the information. And we did that for, people on a budget and that maybe were overseas or something and couldn't do the, physical book.
So I keep reading from there, some about Candida. You know what? The big thing is a lot of it, it's feeding on, your carbohydrates and sugars. So you can even go online and say like a Candida diet.
Hi, Heidi.
Go and start, doing that. You don't want to eat things to help feed it. So I would just eat really, really, really good. You don't want these cravings, don't eat a bunch of bread, don't eat a lot of desserts. Good pastured meat and eggs and butter and things like that. But you can go and it'll give you a whole list of all the things to eat. And I would stay on a really good diet. Starve those suckers out.
That's what it's all about, y'all. If you got any kind of ailment, starve it out. And then give it the proper...
and make sure that you're drinking, you're drinking fluids and then making sure you're getting, vitamin, things with vitamin C to help. And just start eating better.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, Boston Rocks. Man, that's just in 6 short weeks. I told Stacy tonight, I'm like, man, it seems like these Sundays and Wednesdays are like bang, 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 bang. Every time I turn around, I'm like, time for the live show, time for the university, time for the live show, time for the university.
Someone said, does Molly need water? So that's the other thing. Since she's on a raw food diet, it has a lot of water in it. So she drinks if it's a hot day, but she's not going to drink like a normal dog that has kibble where they drink so much. So
no, that's our guineas. For some reason, it's hooting and hollering out there. Hey!
We're not going to be quiet. They have to tell everybody that they're ready to go to bed. Do you hear that sound? He's going, cheep, 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 cheep. That's a boy. That's how you know it's a boy. The girl goes, buckwheat, buckwheat, buckwheat. So, oh my gosh, you would not believe all the... I had chick hatch today.
A whole bunch of them.
No, it was just one.
What?
It was just one. It sounded like more.
She comes in the other day. Oh my God, we got all these chickens underneath the chicken house. Oh my God. One got away. Oh my God, they spent all this time getting...
Well, what she did was, I think it hatched early, and there would have been more. She would have stayed there, and so I had one chick hatch. This is the earliest ever, and then I had my friend because it got so warm so quick, and then it got cold and got warm again. Yeah, she just has one.
Oh, but it's doing it.
I think its leg is messed up, so I don't know what's going to
sometimes they fix though.
I hope
on the chicks. Don't give up on your chick leg. Sometimes they fix, but if not, it's
so I've had so many guinea eggs, earliest the guineas I've ever had since we've been here. I got a ton of guinea eggs already. And the turkey, I got a turkey brooding in my cold frame out front here. She's under some eggs. She's under some turkey and guinea eggs. So everyone is just going crazy.
All right, y'all. That's all I got for you. Oh my gosh. We're gonna lose power on the phone. Computer's dying. Stacy's phone died a while ago. Man, we are taxing it all. Don't forget, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. And seriously, man, we got to stop co-opting out our lives, right? They really got us comfortable. Just remember that. They really got us comfortable. Good times create weak men. Don't forget that.
Yes, it's good to be uncomfortable.
Okay.
Sometimes.
All right. That's all we got for you guys. Share the video with your friends. See you on the next one. And tomorrow's going to be a buttercup ride for sure. So we'll see how it goes. Are you sure you want to stop?